Love you, ugly mugs. I got one for you today. I'm gonna do something completely different. I haven't had him on the channel at all, so hopefully y'all like it. If you don't, it is what it is. I'm just doing my own thing. I did see that you guys commented on things for me to react. I'm gonna do them. I'm trying. I'm kind of being a little slow with reacting and stuff like that. I got a lot of stuff that I'm trying to do. But I'm gonna do Hopsin, Illmind. I actually want to do a series on the Illminds. I do really like and enjoy Hopsin. I listened to him when I was a kid. I listened to him when he was on, I believe it was SoundCloud. But I do really like Hopsin as a lyricist. So yeah, let's go.
It's us, mind, power. Live life, mind, power. It's us, mind, power. Live
Yo,
life, mind, power.
fuck anybody I might alarm. Life is a tour, I sit and ride along. Taking some notes and then I write the songs.
I like that. He said life is a tour. I sit and ride along, taking some notes, and then I write the song. So a lot of people just kind of take life for a ride, and they don't really stop and pay attention to what's going on in life. They don't take them stops to see the scenery or anything like that. People just work their 9 to 5s, work 8 to 5s, and they just go to work and come home and they do the same thing week after week after week. A lot of people don't sit there and actually take life in and see the beautiful things of life, or see the scenery that you can see in life, or do different things in life. A lot of people just kind of just live life as they think it's supposed to, working a 9 to 5, and you know having to work every single day and not be able to do anything fun, and kind of be lifeless. Um But I like how he said he's just taking notes and writing a song. So he's just taking his life for a ride, and he's just writing notes to write a song for, what's going on in his life, what's going on in his views, like just writing down what's happening around him, what he sees, what he feels. He's just taking the notes that life is giving it, or he's just taking notes on what is happening in his life.
Staring down the road, my life is gone. Is this where I belong? Is it wrong to not believe in right and wrong? My mental state is fucking me up, and I cried upon while asking you for some answers, but we don't have that type of bond.
Two things on that one. I'm staring down the road. My life has gone. Is this where I belong? A lot of people don't know where they belong in this world. A lot of people don't know if the path that they're on is the correct path. And honestly, you're never gonna know that. You're never gonna know if the path that you're on is the correct path that you were supposed to be on to begin with. You kind of just have to live life, set your goals, set what you want to do, what you want to be successful at, and just go. Whether you are kind of at a stuck or at a crossroad, you need to take the leap that you think you need to do to get to the next level, to get to that success. To damn horrible words, to get to that success. Um, yeah, like you can't allow that. You can't allow anything to keep you at that crossroad and get you stuck to where you're at. You got to keep on pushing to get to that success.
That my desire's gone, and with the way that I've been living lately, if I died right now,
He also said, "My mental state is fucking me up. I cried a pond um, while asking you for some answers, but we don't have that type of bond, right?" So, in my opinion, he's saying that, like, he's asked for answers from whatever he believes in, whether it's a higher power, whether it's a god, whether it's a person or whatever. He's asked for the answers and he hasn't gotten answers, but he sees other people getting answers, and he feels like he doesn't have a bond with that thing, that higher power, that God. He's feeling as though he doesn't have that bond. And I feel like a lot of people get into this religion war, and not war, but this side of believing what other people believe in, and then they see that other people kind of feel like they're getting the help, or they they are getting the help from, the higher power, the God, whatever they believe in, and that person is getting knocked down because they feel like they don't have a bond, they feel like they did something wrong to not be a part of that religion. And it kind of sucks because it really does take a toll on somebody's mental state, especially if they're trying to believe in something that somebody, maybe maybe somebody else pushed on them, or they truly just want to believe in it, but they don't get that passion, they don't get that feeling of something there to help them. It definitely does take a toll on people. And you just gotta watch. You gotta watch, what's happening with people, and you gotta watch what you say to people. And a lot of times you don't know if somebody's going through, some shit. So, just be courteous.
You turn the fire on, sick of this bullshit. Niggas call me a sellout, cause I hopped in Christianity so strongly then I fell out. Now I'm avoiding questions like a scared dog with his tail down. Feeling so damn humiliated cause they looking at me like I'm hellbound. What's
I like that. He basically said he hopped to a religion. Now he's avoiding questions like a scared dog with his tail down. He's feeling so damn humiliated. Um, you shouldn't worry about what other people are saying. You shouldn't worry about what other people believe in. You shouldn't worry about what other people do. Like, you got to worry about yourself. You got to worry about what you believe in, what religion you want to be a part of, what you want to do. Don't worry about what anybody else is doing, what anybody else is saying. Like, because at the end of the day, whatever road you decide to choose to be on, or whatever path you choose to go down, or whatever religion you choose to study and be a part of, it doesn't matter what anybody else says. It's what you want to do. Don't worry about anybody else in the world but yourself. Because if you worry about what everybody else is saying, then you're going to be stuck in a loop where you're just going to keep trying to change the person you are because you're trying to satisfy 1,000,005 people in this world. The only person that you need to satisfy is yourself. Huh, giggity. But in reality, that's the only thing you need to do is you need to worry about yourself and what you believe in and what you want to be a part of. Don't worry about nothing else, nobody else, just yourself.
story should I tell now? I'll just expose the truth. I'm so close to the fucking edge, I should be close to you. But who the fuck are you? You never show the proof. And I'm only fucking human, yo, what am I supposed to do? There's way too many different religions with vivid descriptions. Begging all fucking men and women to listen. I can't even beat my dick.
I think I said earlier in the video, there's so many different religions, there's so many different beliefs, there's so many different things that you can believe in. And a lot of people, there's people that have religions that they believe in, they have the higher power that they believe in, and then there's other people that don't believe in anything. Or there's people that are kind of stuck in the middle. They want to believe in something, but they just don't know what to believe in. There's so many different things out there. Um, there's so many different religions, there's so many different beliefs, there's so many different, people that believe in a higher power. There's so many different things, so many theories, so many thoughts that people go through that, just have a vivid description. Exactly what he said. It's just there's not enough evidence to prove one thing or another. Both sides have an argument. Both sides agree and disagree. Like, there's not enough to show it, and they beg for people to be a part of these religions, these higher powers, these beliefs and stuff like that, when there should be nobody begging anybody to be a part of anything. If somebody wants to be a part of that, they should be a part of it. There should be no reason that you have to beg somebody to be a part of something. It should just be a natural thing that they want to be a part of. But yeah, there's so many different things out there that you know you can get a part of, which you can you can decide to be a part of it, and you don't really actually know what it is. Like, it could be something bad that you're a part of, and you just, followed a group. You were a follower instead of a leader, and now you're a part of this thing that you didn't even want to be a part of, and you don't even understand it. So you gotta really stop and think and pay attention. Use your brain to like pay attention on what's going on in the world, and what's actually good to be a part of and what's not good to be a part of. You don't just follow somebody that you don't just follow people. Be a leader, do your own thing, figure it out for yourself. Do your own research.
Without getting convicted, these ain't wicked decisions. I got different
He said, I can't even beat my dick without getting convicted.
intentions. I've been itching to get it. I've been giving assistance, but the whole fucking system is twisted. Now I'm dealing with this backlash because Marcus isn't a Christian, and I've been told that my sinful life is an addiction, but I can't buy it. It's just too hard to stand beside it. I need an answer, humans can't provide it. I look at the earth, the sun, and I can tell a genius man designed it. It's truly mind-blowing, I can't deny it. Is heaven real? Is it fake? Is it really how I fantasize?
I like that. I mean, a lot of people have their opinions on how Earth and stuff was created. People say that, a higher power created it. People say God created it, a human created it. Like, there's a lot of different things that can happen. Or there's a lot of things that, are unanswered and don't have enough evidence to show that that's exactly what happened. I like that he said, it's truly mind blowing. Like, the way the world is, the way the earth is, the way, architecture is, the way, mountains are, waterfalls are. What else do we got? The ocean itself, like, it's truly mind blowing. Like, there's so many things in this world that people don't even know exist. There's so many different things that are on our earth, whether it's, in the mountains, whether it's, you know, there's so many different things. For some reason, there's nothing's coming off the top of my head right this second. Um, but like Niagara Falls, like, that stuff is pretty cool. And a lot of people don't even really understand that there's so many different things that the earth created itself, with the way the plates crash together and they separate. Like, there's so many different things that, earth creates itself, and it's really cool, and people just don't stop to like study it or realize what actually happens, how the world actually, or how the earth actually, does things to itself. And then there's so many different things in our oceans and stuff like that that people don't even know about. There's so much in our ocean that isn't even studied. And then I like that he said, "Is heaven real? Is it fake? Is it really how I fantasize it?" In reality, there's a lot of things people fantasize on what heaven and hell would be, and in reality, there's no evidence on showing what it actually is. I know people will say that they saw it, but at the end of the day, there's not actual hard proof on what it is, what it looks like, how to be a part of it.
Where's the Holy Ghost at? How long does it take a man to find it? My mind's a non-stop tape playing and I can't rewind it. You gave me the Bible and expect me not to analyze it? I'm frustrated and you provoked it. I'm not reading that motherfucking book because a human wrote it. I have a fucking brain, you should know it. You gave it to me to think, to avoid every useless moment.
I like that. He's saying he's saying he's not reading the book because a human wrote it. So he feels as though, um higher power, a god, you know, a belief, there was a human that wrote that book. Whether it's just you or it's like somebody else, like, it's just a regular human that wrote that book. He's not saying that that person that wrote the book is a god. He's saying basically there's no proof of you showing me that that person that wrote the book is a god or anything like that. He said he's using his brain to think and have his own thoughts and figure it out himself. He's putting, pieces together with his own brain. A lot of people don't use what they were given as a kid. Like, babies have such a high intelligence, like they understand more than, an adult does. And, a lot of people go through life and they don't actually use their brain to pay attention on what's actually going on in the world, what's going on around them. You know, um, they don't do their own research. They expect somebody else to do it for them. Like, you got to use your brain. You got to pay attention. You got to pay attention to the details and the little things that happen in this world. Otherwise, you're never going to know anything and you're just going to be stuck in the same loop and the same thing. You got to really, really use your brain to pay attention.
It was a mission that I had to abort, cause humans be lying with such an inaccurate source. It's gonna be hard to put me back on the course. Next Jehovah's Witness to come on my porch, I swear I'm slamming the door. A lot of folks believe it though, but I'm not surprised. Humans are fucking dumb, still thinking that Bach's alive.
I like that. Humans are fucking dumb, still thinking that Pac's alive. So, Tupac, I mean, yeah, there's people that, are stuck in their head that Tupac is alive and, he's just wandering the world, making new songs, making new things. And in reality, like, why are you worried about that when you can literally be worried about what path you're in? Like, what does Tupac being alive have anything to do with your life, what your next steps are, what you're gonna be able to succeed in life? Like, that shouldn't have any at all, impact on your life. So you shouldn't be worried about that. Actually, use your brain, pay attention to what's actually going on in the world, not whether or not somebody's alive or dead.
I ain't trying to take your legacy and torture down. I'm just saying, I ain't heard shit from the horse's mouth. Just sheep always telling stories of older guys who were notarized by you and you finally vocalized. Now I'm supposed to bow my head and close my eyes and somehow let the Holy Ghost arise? Sounds like a fucking poltergeist. Show yourself and the boom is done. Every rumor's gone. I no longer doubt the shit. You're the one.
So he's saying, I like that. He's saying, if there's truly a God, if there's truly a higher power, show yourself, and boom, I believe in it. I will bow down to you. I will tell everybody that they're right and I was wrong. Like, show yourself, and bam, that's it. I will wash my hands, and I believe it now.
I'll admit that my sinful ways were stupid fun, and all my old habits can hop on top of a roof to plunge. I donate to a charity that could use the funds. Fuck the club instead of bitches. I'd hang with a group of nuns, and everyone I ran into would know what I came to do. I wouldn't take a step unless it was in the name of you. I hate the fact that I have to believe you haven't been chatting with me like you did Adam and Eve. And I ain't seen no fucking talking snake unravel from trees with an apple to eat. That shit never happens to me. I don't know if you do or don't exist. It's driving.
So he's saying all the stories that are out there that, happen to people, and the evidence on, a higher power, God being real, never happens to him. So why should he believe that that's real if he doesn't have any evidence and he didn't see for himself that that happened? So he's basically saying that he needs to see that higher power, that God or whatever it is, in order for him to believe, which a lot of people are in that boat. They need to see that. They need to feel that. They need to actually have a physical person or a physical thing in front of them for them to believe it. And, it does drive people crazy to where, they don't know what to believe in anymore because they don't have the proof in front of them. They don't see it.
Me crazy, send your condolences. This is me reaching to you, so don't forget if hell is truly a pit of fire and I get thrown in it, I'ma probably regret the fact that I ever wrote this shit.
So he said basically if there's truly a hell, then he's gonna regret that he wrote the song, because in reality he'd be going to hell because he's slandering on whatever it is.
My gut feeling says it's all fake. I hate to say it, but fuck it, shit, I done lost faith. This isn't a small phase, my perspective's all.
See, he said his gut feeling says it's all fake. His perspective has changed. A lot of people's perspective. Oh my god, man! A lot of people's perspective changes, especially when somebody is kind of pushing things onto them, because they kind of get pushed to do their own research, and then they start kind of believing in their own thing. And a lot of times it kind of sucks when people's perspective gets changed because it gets changed in the worst way. So then they don't even look at anything to do with that other thing. So whatever ruined their perspective on it, they're not going to even bother to do the research and look at it anymore because they're done with it. They're over it. They don't even want anything to do with it anymore. And it kind of sucks because you always got to be knowledgeable on what's, happening, what, you know, you always want to be knowledgeable and kind of try and understand where other people are coming from, but you don't let that change your focus. That doesn't let that change your views. You obviously should take it as a grain of sand and understand it, but that doesn't mean take it and run with it and be a part of it. Just understand it, be willing to understand and listen. You don't have to follow exactly what they're doing, but at least try and listen and understand.
All change. My thoughts just keep picking shit apart all day. And in my mind, I make perfect sense. If you aren't real, then all my prayers aren't worth a cent. That will mean that I can just make up what my purpose is.
So I like that. He said his prayers aren't worth a cent. Because essentially, if that's all fake, if the praying is fake, if the higher power is fake, if the God is fake, if that religion is fake, whatever you're following is fake, the belief that you have is fake, you know, everything that you're praying for and everything is it's just voided because you're just praying to nobody. There's nobody there that's listening or caring on what you're saying, or there's no person, God, higher power, whatever, to protect you. Um, and then he's basically saying, like, I can make up my own purpose because essentially there's nobody that brought me here or put me on this earth for a purpose. There's no purpose. I have no purpose. I'm here to make my own purpose, which I believe every person is on this earth to make their own purpose, to be successful on their own. I don't think there's anything, you're not here for a certain reason. You're here to make your own life, to make your own purpose, to be the person that you want to be the person that you were born to be. And people don't know what they're born to be until they actually, figure it out, or they stop following the people and they become a leader, and then they realize what they're actually born on this earth to be.
And I can sit in church and just say fuck in the services. Man, what if Jesus was a facade? Then that would mean the government's God. I feel like they've been brainwashing us with a lot, so much that we don't even notice that we're stuck in the box. Man, everything is
So he's basically saying, what if there's no God? What if it's just our government that made that book for us to, have all these different religions to kind of argue back and forth about religion, because there's already a race. Well, that's not what he said, but like you already have race war, you already have um like race wars, and then you have religions that go against each other. So you have um ethnicities that go against each other, and then you have religions that go against each other, and now you have nobody that gets along. You have all these different groups set to the side, and you have all these different groups, so nobody gets along. Um, it's hard to coexist because there's always an argument about something, whether it's religion, whether it's ethnicity, whether it doesn't matter. Like whatever it is, you have people that have high paying jobs that look down on people that have low paying jobs, and then you have low paying jobs that look down on the people that have high paying jobs. Like, you have CEOs that look down on their employees, but you have the employees that look down on the CEOs. Like, there's always some sort of argument in this world, and there's always people going against each other. We can never get along. That's just how it is. That's just how I want to say our government makes it. Nobody can get along because there's so many different things that keep people at bay and keep people at arguments.
what if? Why is it always what if? Planet Earth, what if? The universe, what if? My sacrifice, what if? My afterlife, what if? Every fucking thing that deals with you is fucking suspect.
And that is true. A lot of things in life is just what if. What if the world's flat? What if the world's round? What if there's no solar system? What if we're in a dome? Like there's so many what ifs that there's no proof on actually what's going on. We can only believe the things that we see. But in reality, how do we know that what we are seeing is true? Like, how do we know that the moon landing is true? How do we know that, the pictures of the Earth that we see is true? How do we know that, you know, um, we're not living in a simulation? How do we know that stuff? What is the exact proof? Why is everything in this world what if?
I'm fucking done. I'm fucking done. This is my fucking life and I'm living it. I'm having fun.
And I like that. He's saying, I'm done, I'm done. Um, this is my life and I'm living it. I'm gonna have fun. So instead of worrying about a religion, a higher power, a god, or whatever it is, a belief, he's just gonna live his life and do what he wants to do. Figure out what his purpose is instead of trying to have somebody tell him what his purpose is. So he's gonna live his life to the fullest and do what he has to do. A lot of people will sit there and not live their life. Like you need to live your life. You need to do your own thing. You need to figure out what you're actually here for. I get a lot of people have to work their 9 to 5s or their 8 to 5s or their 8 to 6, whatever it is, to provide for a family. But at the same time, you can't get locked in that life. You got to kind of still live a little bit, do other things, try and experience new things, whether it's seeing the world, um, traveling, getting that thing that you want. You have to try and do that, or you're going to be stuck in a loop, and never going to end. It's going to be hard to be happy. It's going to be hard for you to reflect on the life that you had when you're old and you're dying.
If you really care for me, prove that I need to live carefully. But I'll be damned if I put my own pleasure aside for an afterlife that isn't even guaranteed.
I like that. He said that he's putting um that there is no afterlife that's guaranteed. So he's not going to put his life to the side. He's not going to put his pleasure to the side for an afterlife that's not guaranteed. There's nothing showing me that I'm going to go to heaven. There's nothing showing me that I'm going to go to hell. There's nothing showing me that there is an afterlife. So what's the point of me being all careful and everything when I can just live my life and be happy with the life I live, and try these new things, take the risks that I need to take when because there's nothing showing me that I will have an afterlife, or there's nothing showing me that I'm going to go to heaven, hell, wherever. So I'm going to live exactly how I want to live.
We are you, and you're us. Stop playing games. My life's all I got, and heaven is all in my brain. And when I feel I'm in hell, my ideas are what get me through pain. Do
He said, heaven is all in his brain. So heaven is what he believes. Heaven is what he pictures it being. Heaven is wherever he wants to be. He can make heaven out of his life. Like he can make his life successful, and that's his heaven. Instead of being, on the bottom, stuck trying to figure out how to get out of a rut. He's, you know, in a good spot, in a good place, which, in his brain it's heaven. Instead of being in hell and in all the negativity of the world. And I like how he said, "We are you and you're us, stop playing games." So he's saying you're a human, I'm a human, we're all humans. Like you're not anything different than what I am.
as you please, and not just do me. I'm a human. I'll stay in my lane. Ill mind.
I like that he said, my life's all I got. Or I'm sorry, that was before. Um no, I like that he said, when I feel I'm in hell, my ideas are what get me through the pain. Do as you please. I just do me. I'm a human. I stay in my lane. So, so when he feels like he's in hell, like when he feels he's at the bottom, his ideas, his thoughts, his mindset is what gets him through it and gets him to that high place, that heaven, that wherever he wants to be, that success. Um, his mind, the way he thinks and what he does to get out of that negativity, that bottom spot. His brain is what he uses to work and get him to, the place they call heaven, the place they call hell. Like, he uses his mind to get out of those places. And he said, I'll just do me. I'm a human. I stay in my lane. A lot of people don't understand. You have to stay in your own lane. Like, you can't worry about what your neighbor is saying, what your boss is saying, what this person is saying. Stay in your lane, stay in your own path, do what you want to do. Be successful, pay attention to what your goals are, pay attention to what you want to do. Don't worry about what anybody else is saying, what anybody else wants you to do. You gotta just do what you want to do, whatever you're passionate about, do it. Don't worry about nobody else. A lot of people worry about what the next person is going to say about them. Who cares? Who cares? You're going to be you. They're going to be them. Let the hater hate. Keep going. Like, I make these videos. I could care less what people are saying. If people say I'm not going to be successful in them, I don't really care. I'm not even trying to be successful in them. Like, just do what you want to do. I just think it's fun making videos. Like, I like music, so I think it's fun making videos. Um, so yeah,
Us, mind, power. Live life, mind, power.
I like that. Um, Hold on, I gotta listen to it one more time.
It's us, mind, power. Live life, mind, power.
Live life, mind, power. So live your life to the fullest. Um, Live your life to the fullest. Live the life that you want to live. Use your mind as the power stone, as a stepping stone on what you want to do. Like, use your brain, pay attention to what's going on in the world, pay attention to what you need to do to get to that next step. Use your mind as a power, like a superpower. Use your brain that was given to you, to be able to learn, to be able to adapt, to be able to just learn new things and get to that successful piece in your life. Use your mind to get out of them bad spaces. Use your mind to get out of that 8 to 5 every day. Um, use that power that was given to you at a young age and fight for what you want to do. Um, like I said, I like Hopsin. I definitely really like this one. I can go on and on about like religions and higher powers and stuff like that, but I mean that's not what the channel's made for. Honestly, you have your opinion, I have my opinion. I don't want to push my opinion on you. Just like you shouldn't want to push your opinion on me. Everybody has their own opinions. I'm cool with listening to them. I would love to listen to them. It's not going to change my perspective. I'm very passionate about what I view life as. So whatever people say to me, I'll take it in consideration, but it doesn't change my views on life, my views on anything. Um, but yeah, I really like this one. Like I always say, you gotta be courteous to what other people are going through. You never know what they're going through. You never know what the mindset they're in at. And just pay attention to what you say and, treat people the way you want to be treated. I know it's such a middle school thing to say, but like pay attention. But yeah, I really like this one. This is one of my favorites from him, you know. So yeah, leave a comment, like, subscribe, whatever you want to do. I don't really care. Later.